Welcome to part 3 of our E3 2015 special. We're going to talk Nintendo this time, so Jay, Damo, let's get straight into it.
Sounds good.
Don't get confused. I'm Jay.
Nintendo.
I'm Paul.
I did point at the wrong people. I'm Paul.
You did. You did.
What do we think? Nintendo, E3. Remember, they don't have a conference these days. They have their...
What do I think?
What do they call it? Digital
Direct.
event. Basically, a glorified Nintendo
Let's
Direct.
start off with something that they'll probably do. With their recent announcement. Zelda's always going to be on the cards, but something a bit more off-key. I reckon their mobile gaming. I reckon
The
they'll
DNA
announce,
stuff.
Yeah, I reckon they'll announce some of that.
So for those who aren't aware, Nintendo's now actually partnered up and has gone into the mobile industry. DNA, a big Japanese mobile game developer, they're partnered up with them and they're going to be making games for the mobile phones. Apple apparently is especially big over in Japan. The iPhone is huge over there, supposedly.
Yes,
so
it's got a brand.
You can imagine that they would really eat that up. But So what sort of things do you expect to see then?
Star Fox.
No, sorry, we will get to Star Fox.
I'm done talking about mobile. I'm ready to talk about Star Fox.
I'm intrigued. What do you intend to see?
All right, I'll wait.
Expect to see? Sorry.
I'll wait. That's
I don't know, man. Like,
Star Fox on mobile.
I'm guessing like
Shut up, man. Don't hurt my dreams.
the start might just be a little bit of like tap and go strategy kind of games, like
Pokemon
your
Shuffle now on iOS.
Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for mobile. The people would eat that shit up.
Because the thing is, like, I mean, mobile game, you don't want to charge that much for a game. You know,
No,
like-
otherwise you kind of
Yeah,
kill
but
your potential market straight.
Yeah.
not
so-
necessarily because.
There are expensive games out there that have done it right. Infinity.
But that's the thing. Like, if Nintendo can manage to get away with not having too many microtransactions, then they'll probably sell a lot more.
What do they call? They've basically been doing it with like that Rusty's Real Deal baseball and Pokemon Shuffle, but they don't call it microtransactions. I don't know. Post-release purchases or some stupid crap. I don't know. It's the
Really?
same thing.
Yeah.
They
I
just
don't know, maybe-
There's a stigma attached to the word and they don't want to use it.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's-
if they're going to focus on
That's
apps
because Dead Space
or
happens.
just games. Like, if they do apps, I mean, I'm guessing the Pokebank might be accessible on your phone. Like, you might be able to just jump on there and, check what's going on. And
Tweak your Pokemon and trade.
I don't think we'll ever see a proper Pokemon on mobile.
No, definitely
that's
not
why he's saying
proper.
the bank. So
The bank
you remember
is-
what the bank is, right?
Yeah, it's just a storage unit, yeah?
So maybe you can make trades
Can
through
you
the bank.
interact with them in the bank? Or do they just sit there and...
I've not used the bank.
Neither have I.
I kind of play my Pokemon games, isolated experiences, and I move on.
I play my Pokemon experiences, get a couple badges, and then move on.
I used to like collecting them all, and then when they got to well over 300 or 400 Pokemon, I'm not doing this anymore.
Nether at 07?
Too many to collect.
0700?
Yeah, now it's something stupid like that. So I just
There's
I've
a lot.
got no intentions of collecting them all, so there's no real point in me investing in the bank. I'm not a competitive Pokemon player. I just like to finish the main story. I like to collect as many as I can along the way, and then my experience is over.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, I don't know.
But there are others that would probably see some value in that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they will.
Pokemon's huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have the Pokebank. I haven't used it yet. But it was only because... No, we're not going to talk about this. This can stay for a time when we're actually talking about Pokemon. If we are on the Pokemon talk, I reckon Pokemon Z might be revealed too at E3.
I think the time's gone for it. Like they had X and Y in 2013. Maybe Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire last year. I would have thought that if they were going to do Pokemon Z.
No, usually they do like the Emerald and the Yellow, and they do that a couple of years later.
Alright,
Yeah.
fair enough. That's alright then.
Like,
I can get around that.
don't...
Any chance while we're on the topic of Pokemon that they might finally embrace console?
No.
Oh.
No, if they were going to, it'd
this
be...
year?
If they were smart, which they're not, but if they were, it'd be Snap.
I was about to say, yeah, Pokemon Snap would probably be
Just Gyro Snap. Like, that's...
Hold it up.
Yep. That's it.
That'd
Like,
be
this is
fantastic.
You would think that would be a no-brainer. But, again...
The issue is that the company we're talking about has no brain.
Yeah. And don't
What,
get us
free
wrong.
on Nintendo?
We all love Nintendo here. Like, we all grew up with it. We all love Nintendo.
They've done some amazing things and they've pioneered some incredible things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if they've got no brain. I mean, if you're...
I was exaggerating.
Your profits
there's-
are over there.
there's-
Come on.
Yeah,
the
but
thing
if
is,
you're talking about
speak
pure profits...
They're riding off the back of Amiibo at the moment. In my front room there, you've seen there's 30, 40 Amiibo figures.
Yeah, but they
And
took that from the Disney effect.
They print money, those things. Yeah, but they keep in mind that. So you talk about the Disney effect, and I assume that's leading on to like Disney Infinity and.
No. I'm talking about the
Because
Disney
they
Vault.
had-
Like, hey, we're gonna print this limited release of the exact same thing that you want, and make you fucking want the shit out of it. Because once it's gone, it's gonna be gone for a very long time.
Nintendo have already come out and said they're doing more of them. It's because they have manufacturing issues.
Yeah, that's a business model that's been around for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I don't completely buy their argument was manufacturing issues because they did the same with the Wii. When the Wii first came out, they were artificial shortages just so that they could drum up buzz.
You do know why iPhone? There's always an iPhone shortage.
Yeah, they could easily make enough.
It's a business plan.
Yeah,
it's got nothing to do with actual
it's
shortage.
never because they couldn't actually make enough.
But look, we're getting off topic, and I'm sick of hearing about mobile stuff. So I want to talk about Star Fox. Star Fox, ladies and gentlemen, Star Fox. It's happening.
It will actually be there.
It's happening. Star Fox is happening.
It is actually going to be at E3. It is confirmed to be at E3.
Confirmed.
It will.
What are you checking?
Third person perspective on the screen, on the gamepad, first person.
Yeah. So
what you see in the gamepad on the gamepad screen is the cockpit view. What you see on the screen is kind of
you're flying around third person business. Yeah.
That much we know. That's about all we know.
And look,
and the fact that it will be at E3.
Let me tell you what I want from Star Fox, and this is all I want.
I'm still waiting on that article. Hang on.
Don't make it.
No, that's right.
Tension.
No tension. No tension.
No, because Jay's made some amazing stuff over the past. So anyway, go on.
Thank you. So Star Fox, all they need to do is just make the level select like they had in their first couple games, because that's for me that's key to Star Fox.
Are you talking about like a linear progression through missions?
No. Ones where you can choose your
pathway.
Yeah. I don't know if you managed to play the one on the GameCube. Didn't have it.
Adventures.
Yep. No. Well, yes.
That was Rare developed.
Yeah, but not that one. It was the Namco developed one. Star Fox Assault.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they removed the choose your path from that, and they just had a linear story.
One used on that,
Yes. I mean, look, Star Fox Adventures for me, I don't even really consider a Star Fox.
It wasn't meant to be a Star Fox.
It was Dinosaur Planet. Yeah, that was a nothing thing. I mean, the R-wing design in that game was pretty good, but other than that, for me, I could take it or leave it. But all you need is to have the level select. You need to have no crystal, because that character has never brought anything to the games ever. This is not me just hating on female characters. This is me saying that this character has legitimately never brought anything to the series and needs to go away. I don't even care if they could tack on Lilac Wars or Star Fox 64, whatever you like to call it, onto this as additional levels, and I would be happy.
Well, they won't
I don't care what the rest of it is.
People to go out and pick up Lilac Wars, Star Fox 64 on your 3DS.
Or if they do the Smash Brothers thing where they give you a one-level trial or something like that.
Yeah, possible.
I honestly don't care, because as long as they've got decent flying and you can shoot down a bunch of enemies and you've got the choose your path and it's like a little bit sci-fi camp, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, we know it's going to be there, so it's one to really kind of anticipate for a lot of people. We haven't seen Star Fox in any sort of substantial form for the best part of a decade.
We haven't seen any Star Fox at all outside of Smash Brothers since the DS developed, which was basically Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
But
we haven't seen Nintendo at the helm properly for a while with them.
We wouldn't have seen Nintendo at the helm since Lilac Wars. Because obviously you had Rareware and then you had Namco.
So I think it's interesting to see, and Miyamoto's kind of pioneering a lot of the ideas with it, so it could be anything.
Hopefully. I mean, they need someone back at the helm who
knows what they're doing, who's got a lot of experience and can kind of right the ship.
Yeah.
Because it is a franchise that probably needs to be returned to, back on track.
Yeah, one of many.
It needs it. And look, you're right, they've got a few, but that's one that lots of people have loved and wanted back for ages, and if they're going to do it, looks like they're going to do it properly. So,
and you'll hear no complaints from me if that's the case.
Nor anyone else. So you mentioned Zelda before. One of you mentioned Zelda before.
That was me.
Nintendo said there's not going to be any. It's not going to be on the show floor.
Doesn't
mean it won't. Well, that was part of their announcement that's coming out in 2016. Now it's not going to be on the show floor. Fair to assume there'll still be a trailer, gameplay trailer maybe as well.
Maybe
one
off
or both.
features.
I can't imagine
They
they'd go the whole
something?
conference
I
without
think
showing
they'll-
something.
I think they'll have similar to what they had at the VGAs.
But that was as in like some Miyamoto and Iwata sitting there in front of a screen playing it. And it's the Game Awards.
I mean, if you want to look at it in a shallow fashion, yes. What that actually did, it was introducing mechanics.
Oh yeah, but like as in they
Yes.
were showing gameplay through that.
Yes,
through that.
it'll be obviously non-live
Through that lens.
gameplay because it's going to be a
Well, it's a
digital,
pre-recorded
yeah,
thing
it's a
anyway,
pre
so-
yeah. So it's obviously not going to be live gameplay, but I think they will have a gameplay showing where they show off some of the new features that is maybe unique to this Zelda universe or this Zelda setting.
I heard the possibility of customizable Link, and they were like,
Customizable.
yeah.
Genders, outfits.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read too much of the article because I was just like, you know what, that sounds really bad. And they were like, the title of the article was like, Customizable Link, The Death of a Legend, and it's like,
Clickbait.
Yeah, that's what.
And I mean,
I
these are just like predictions. Like these guys have like
like what we're doing.
predicted like pardon?
Spitballing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think if they're smart, they'll introduce the new bad guys. So the laser shooting whatevers, the
one you
weird-
saw in the debut trailer.
Yeah, I think if that's going to be something to do with the main enemy, I think now 6 to 8
It's the
months
time to
away
introduce
from when it's probably going to be shipping. I think it's going to be shipping early next year.
So you don't reckon they're going to pin it up as their big marquee 2016 end of year holiday thing?
No, I think they're going to go for first quarter next year.
Okay.
Because, I mean, what else is coming first quarter next year that we know
Are you
of?
talking Nintendo or are you talking...
I'm talking
Stop?
anyone.
Uncharted.
Yep.
That's
Do you-
about all I know.
Yep. Like,
My Swords Uncharted comes out again.
yes, but if you had to pick between those two, could you?
Yes.
You could pick between a brand new Zelda, brand new console Zelda, and Uncharted in a heartbeat.
Yep. I could. I don't know about
You could.
I
Those two are 1 and 2. Like you'll see anyone who's been on the site in the last few days will see that my top 15 anticipated games for E3 are there at the moment. Uncharted sits 1, Zelda's 2. So I mean, at the end of the day, even though I've prioritised them there,
It's not exactly a lightweight.
It's splitting hairs as to
Yeah.
which one I.
And
too
you've
much.
seen a lot. You've seen 15 minutes worth of solid gameplay of Uncharted. What have you seen of Zelda? You've seen him ride a horse a little bit in and out of trees.
Because they don't crash into trees.
Yeah.
If you've not seen the video, there's a meme video of it on YouTube. There, have you seen it?
The which?
The
original
horses
video?
crashing into trees
No, I
and
haven't.
crashing into things.
No, I
So
haven't.
during that the Game Awards video, they spoke of how you don't need to once you set the horse on its path, you don't need to hold the stick because horses don't naturally crash into trees and things. And then it cuts away to horses crashing into trees, like real horses running into trees and into fences and stupid crap.
Yeah,
Funny,
of course.
very funny stuff.
My point is, I think that they'll go for introducing the unknown or some of the unknown.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to spoil any of the items because I think now is probably a really good time for them to make up some new items, like that weird laser arrow thing that Link uses. They won't even consider talking about that.
No, why would they?
Yeah, because
That's
that's one of the...
nice they can keep up their sleeve.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you reckon it'll be like some characters, like you said, like
I reckon
villains?
when I
Do
say
you think-
villains, I mean the whole bad guy force. They're not going to show you individual things.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, this
This
is why
is the foe.
this is why Hyrule is under
Threat.
threat.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's very logical.
Do
Because
they go with the release window?
no,
Nah.
they save that to TGS.
Nintendo's actually quite good at
TGS.
They don't go to TGS.
Nintendo doesn't go to
No,
TGS.
they usually have their own standalone little.
Then they'll do it TGS time.
Now it's become a direct these days, where they just do direct. But
Yeah, they'll do it TGS time.
Yeah.
They want to cash in on that media frenzy.
in Japan, yeah.
Yeah. That's when the media in Japan goes wild.
Well, they've
That's
got a
the smart
history these
time.
days with a lot of their bigger games where they tend not to announce a date until they're maybe 2 months, 3 months away from it.
Yeah.
So you don't have. here it is, it's coming in 12 months, and then something's subject to change because development can be chaos
I mean,
at times.
there's only so much you
they
can
know
do.
that the thing's going to be ready at this date, then they announce a date.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, maybe a bit off key, but like Link Between Worlds, right? Robin Williams, part of the commercial, stuff like that, names his daughter after, you know, Princess Zelda. Would Nintendo pay him homage in this Zelda U?
No. They might go with some little
I don't think
NPC that's just wandering around, but I don't think there'd be anything substantial.
I don't
maybe
think
I'm not talking like a huge
with
like
respect to Robin Williams and the credits,
erect
maybe.
statue,
probably
like,
something more like that.
because I mean,
I
like,
think
like
it'll
you
be
saw
super
some,
subtle.
you saw some of like the memes of, you know, stuff come up, and it was like it's dangerous to go alone, take this. Like it was like the old man, and like, you know, it was Robin Williams giving Link his sword to protect.
I don't.
Like, I mean, something like that.
I don't think.
I
I
don't see
don't
anything
think
like
touching
that.
something on touching on something that's depressing is really how Nintendo goes about it. Because it is sad. A lot of people, myself included, are big Robin Williams fans, and I don't think that's going to do, especially if it's 2 years after the fact, or a year and a half after the fact. I don't think it's not irrelevant, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be time sensitive.
Yeah.
Like,
I think something in the credits is
perhaps
a
if
nice
at all.
respectful way of doing it without
It is a respectful way of doing it.
without kind of
I
messing
don't.
with the experience that is what they're trying to create.
I don't. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't think that it would have any.
No. That's
It'd be
all fair.
nice.
That's all
but
fair.
I don't
Oh,
think it's
sure.
gonna
It'd be
happen.
not. Look, that'd be a really lovely thing to see in the credits. I'm one that when I enjoy a game or movie or whatever the case
You
may
like
be,
to see who's behind it.
I watch the whole credits, regardless of how long that is,
Yeah.
until it starts to scroll back through to the start, and that's
Unless
when
it's a Kickstarter game and you start seeing all the fans.
No way,
This
no.
is my chance for a drinks break.
There's no. I mean, my
That's
name. My name might be in there.
Yeah,
so-
my name's popped up in a couple once or twice. So
Yeah, so
I've gone and taken a
if
look.
I saw that, I would. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Alright.
I don't think it's going to be a thing that will happen.
Nintendo Land 2?
No.
No,
No?
no.
No, they need to distance themselves from the Wii music, the Wii this, the Nintendo that. They
They
need
start
to
writing
something
shit
with
up front.
they need
the
some
bigger names are the ones
substance.
who then get them there.
Yeah,
Right.
Which then I guess leads to probably the two of their most popular franchises.
Metroid
One,
and
Metroid
F-Zero.
and Mario. We know Mario Maker's
F-Zero,
Mario Maker's going to be there.
Yeah,
'cause that's
Mario.
coming September.
yeah.
And have you seen much of Mario Maker at all?
I've seen people be absolute dicks with Mario Maker, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just making levels that are retarded. Yeah.
Make your own Mario levels, and they've got
Yes.
they cycle through every
The
2D Mario thing
unfortunate
right
thing-
through to the new Super Mario Brothers era, right back.
The unfortunate
Oh,
thing
is
that I've
that
seen-
like, is that an actual thing? I thought it was just like the
No.
Mario Maker was just like the basic first Mario.
No, you can actually change the.
Oh, because they had that like commercial of the 30 years of Mario, or the 20 years of Mario, whatever it is. And it was
Probably
like,
30 now.
as
This
he's
is-
running
this is
through it,
30
like it is, yeah, that's right. And he's like jumps through and he hits a couple of blocks and things like that. And as he's running, like, it's like flicking over, like it's showing you. I'm like, oh, this is a really nice homage video to Mario.
That might be the same thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think the only problem they're going to face,
With Mario Maker, you mean?
yes, is how you can, like, if you can make your own, like, game in a sense. Well, actually,
so
there's
not as in,
two
so you're
things.
suggesting
So-
as in not create an isolated level, be able to create an isolated sequence,
Like a
of
chain.
like a world
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, because that way, because I guarantee you, people want to put the Super Mario World key into levels. I do. I'm sure you probably do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't asked you before. It's a thing that I know.
So
that people
what? As
want.
in, it may not necessarily. It won't have like an overarching story. But what are you
No.
suggesting? Like that when you go to play the game, you'd be able to download
Just
a
create, like,
playlist, like
kind
download a
of.
playlist that someone's created.
Sort of,
It's
yeah.
got like this series of missions.
Yeah, I mean,
with
Battle Block Theatre was able to
secret
do something, and they're a much
pathways.
smaller team, so it's not
It's
outlandish.
it's reasonable. Little
Yeah.
Big Planet's already done it.
But the thing I really want to see from Mario Maker is that they, and this is something that is absolutely paramount that I've heard a lot of people in the medium, or like in the games media, comment on, or at least anyone who knows what they're talking about. Any of the different Mario games have their own physics. When Mario jumps in Super Mario 1 compared to New Super Mario Brothers, it's so different. You need to have Mario act the way that he acts in those games.
Fair enough. Is that feasible considering that they've got
Yes.
5 different eras, 4 or 5 different eras that they're all putting in the same game and they're all going to have their own different...
Way that they move? Yes. That is absolutely feasible.
Okay. I'm not a great expert on that front.
I mean, how much capacity in terms of data could Super Mario Brothers 1 take up?
Yeah.
Same with Super Nintendo
all
games.
those early ones they won't take up.
I mean, you're not going to be cramming in too much with all of, like, Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, World. Are they doing 2? I don't know if 2's going to be in there.
No, 2's out.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So, you won't have your Doki Doki Panic, but you'll have, your 1, you'll have your 3, and you'll have your World. Mario controls extraordinarily different. And, I mean, how much of power-ups have we seen?
Nothing. No, nothing.
So, are you going to be able to, like, fly your cape through Super Mario Bros. 1 levels? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. There's lots they can do with it. Alright, we'll jump to... still sticking on the theme of Mario, do you think they're due for a 3D one? I'm not suggesting it would be out this year. If you're thinking Zelda's...
Do they even want to do that anymore? Like, is that still a thing that they want to do?
They do. I think they do.
So you mean, like, when you say 3D, you're talking
like the Galaxy style.
Yeah, I was going to say
Galaxy 64, your Sunshine.
So what can they do? Like, I mean, if they were to do it, let's just think... If they were to go like, hey, here's a new Mario game. This is Super Mario what? Universe maybe? Would they go smaller?
You would have to go smaller.
You can't go bigger than kind of the Galaxy that they've gone for there. And
the Galaxy was already like... You're not going to have interplanetary Mario travel. That's not... Like,
jumps in his little spaceship Pikmin style and travels over there.
Yeah, you're not going to like jump into a pipe and end up in the next universe.
Well, obviously. I'm just... There's spitballing in.
No, I know. They're probably going to take it more Mushroom Kingdom centric. I think if they're smart, that's
go back to basics a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, expand on what Mushroom Kingdom is.
Like the old 64 where they jumped into the picture frame and off you go. Like that, you can do anything once you jump into that thing, into one of those frames and off you go.
I suppose. I would like to see.
It just means that they don't have to pigeonhole themselves down. For example, Galaxy, where it's just this is all space. They're doing space and gravity.
I would like to see.
They can do anything within each thing. It's all unique.
All of just the whole of Mushroom Kingdom just be available to you. So you can just roam around. So you can, similar to how you would
World Mario.
Kind of. I mean, it's
GTA Mushroom Kingdom.
No, nothing like that. Like it's arguable that the castle in Mario 64 is an open world because it's a free space for you to move around in and do what you like and go into the levels as you choose. There's no reason you can't do that on the whole Mushroom Kingdom.
So when you say like whole Mushroom Kingdom, I'm just trying to like picture this.
Susrala Land.
Like I was gonna say like you've got the desert, like the water.
Exactly.
So that'd be really cool. Like because I mean,
just like you would in a Paper Mario, you move from place to place, but you do it dynamically.
Wind Waker. Take Wind Waker for example. Like the whole thing was like explorable, but sections had to open up. You had to get something to open them up. Something like that would actually be really cool. It's like, yeah, man, like you're gonna get to the desert.
Obviously,
there's a huge sandstorm here. You're gonna need the.
Obviously, locking stuff off. They're not gonna do it in the Zelda style, where it's like, hey, get the wind feather to.
Oh yeah, no.
It's gonna be a Stargate. Everyone knows it's gonna be. There's a gate, and you need to get X amount of stars. Then the gate opens, and you go through. That's what it's gonna be. Like that's what Mario is.
To allow for a more linear sort of progression.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily because you could have multiple places open at a similar star level. That way you can have it sort of expand. So similar to, and not to try and get too off topic, but similar to what the ukulele idea was that you're going to have hubs and then as you progress elsewhere, those hubs will get larger. I think something like that in a Mario setting is all they need. That's all they need. Oh, but I don't know, I don't think they will because they just don't have the same creativity that they've used there.
I still think it's there. It's just matter of when.
I think we'll actually see a new IP. I think they'll have another swing like Splatoon. I think they're inclined to do that off the back of that success. And Pikmin 3 did well. I know it's not a new IP, but it's a revival of one.
It's something for their bit else.
They seem to be keen to try things again.
I don't know if they'll try Metroid on the back of Axiom Verge. I think they'll maybe keep that cold for a little while because Axiom Verge did a very good job. And if they don't do a good job, they don't want a one-man team to overshadow this big business. I think they'll leave
guess
Metroid.
the question I asked then is, what is Retro doing? So they
Probably
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
I
came
guess.
out early last year. I don't believe it is Donkey Kong. I put an article up. I'm going to go for a little plug here. I put an article up last week or the week before about. It was just me theorising about what they might be up to, but I suggested the possibility of a Kid Icarus game for Wii U.
I would prefer them to have
where it's kind of got the exploration elements, a la say Metroid Prime. Still, like they use their expertise.
Please,
new
not
expertise.
first person.
Well,
Kid Icarus game
not
would be
first
the way.
person, but where like there's
No,
the exploration sort of elements in it, and then you can use like their new expertise in platforming from Donkey Kong.
Sure.
And kind of make something new out of both
like
of those.
Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, like put a Kid Icarus like that.
Crowbar that one in earlier, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do like. I mean, it like a Zelda knockoff basically, like a Mario Zelda hybridy type thing. Sure, they could do that. I don't think they are, and I don't.
But we don't think Metroid.
We
Absolutely not.
know anything about Fatal Frame? Is that chance of coming?
I know nothing of the fact.
Probably not.
Fatal Frame 5? No go?
No, they rarely make it out of Japan.
It could be something that's happening, but it could be just I don't think E3 is the right place for it, something like that. Though.
Yeah. Again, like a direct around TGS would get the most press for something like that.
I guess one of the only other things we perhaps know about that will be there in some sort of capacity is Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's already out in Japan. It's going to be out this year for Wii U.
I think that'll get a little plug. I don't know if that'll get too much.
I think it might be a case where that one's driven heavily on the show floor rather than...
Yeah. I agree.
But a lot of like your big press ones, like some of them have just got Japanese imports already, and they know what the experience is going to be like.
Yeah,
we're just
it's
now,
just a matter of
waiting
getting
on
it sorted.
translating and getting it over. But that'll be out before the end of the year, so I think that'll get a showing. As we wrap this up, those outlandish sort of predictions, what do we expect?
New Kirby game?
Fair enough.
Let's see. Mother 5?
Oh, maybe not even a new Kirby game.
Are you saying Mother 5 because Mother 4 is the fan project that's being worked on?
No, I'm just shit staring. Yes, that was the reason I said 5.
Why don't we go back to something you mentioned before, whether you meant it or not?
F-Zero?
Is F-Zero outlandish enough for you?
Yes, but...
Because that's my answer about luck.
Yeah, no, it would depress me too much.
I've stolen off him.
Like talking about it would make me so sad. So I left that alone because they won't make it an F-Zero. I don't think. I think Nintendo's like they're happy to rest on Mario Kart for their races. Which I think is like it's no fun because I think F-Zero was fantastic.
You guys listening to the podcast and not viewing it, I'm giving Jay a bro fist for his touching moment there.
Thank you.
Right, what other...
Yeah, I should
we
gone through.
didn't actually, sorry.
Shouldn't I? I'm going to go with the Pokemon Snap thing from the earlier video.
We didn't actually bring up anything to... I'm going with the Kirby, obviously,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's right.
what's the whole Yoshi...
Yoshi's Woolly World's going to come out at the end of this month.
Oh, okay, so there's no chance of picking that.
So they might put out the...
And I'm guessing there's going to be a bunch
trailer.
of Amiibo announcements as well.
Oh, yeah,
to go with this.
Yeah, maybe telling us what they actually do other than
look
sit
good on
there
a shelf.
Yeah.
And playing Smash.
Maybe something from Animal Crossing. I don't know, like.
Oh yeah,
they've got a game coming for Animal Crossing at the moment. It's
So
using cards or something.
So then probably that. I don't know.
Look, there could be that, but
That's the thing. The problem with like it's kind of fun to do it for the other big names for the E3 things. For Nintendo, it's mostly just sadness, like just a well of sadness of all the opportunities and loves that we have that will never get any recognition.
So like they're getting there. The fact that they're going back to Smash is maybe a sign that they're at least acknowledging it.
Look, I think that was probably likely. Like due to the gyro controls, like there is no other property that would use them like that.
Yeah.
And they skipped it for the Wii U, which I mean they had Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii, so that's been done recently. They've had a 3D Mario on the Wii, so again they had two of those, which is I think that's the first time they did two 3D Marios on the one platform. So you know they're probably good for that for now.
Fair enough. So I guess as we close this off, and I'm looking for a one-word answer, do you both know what NX is?
No.
It's Nintendo's supposed next console. Well, sorry, it's their next
Oh,
console.
yeah.
They've confirmed it's coming. It's a little way away. Do we think we hear, in one word answer, do we think we hear anything about it at E3? Yes or no?
No.
No.
No. All right.
And you?
Oh, no, like that was no from me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's coming, but not yet. I guess that's Nintendo done. If you're looking to catch up on any of our other E3 preview predictions coverage, you can check out Sony and Microsoft. We've already dealt with both of those. We've got one more to go, and that's going to be the third parties. You can catch that next. Yeah, miscellaneous.
Yeah.
You can catch that one next. So thank you again.